me some good news today.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Friday. It's Good Friday. It's Good News Day. And I'm sorry that I was a little late, but I'm here. Everything's okay. And we are live on all three platforms. We are live on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We're live on Rumble. What's going on, Rumble? And we are live on Twitter. Twitter X, Twix, whatever you want to call it. I call it Twix because I think it's funny. You can't see my little hat, but I'm ready, you guys. I am Christmas ready. I feel like this hat is kind of useless because it's not in the camera angle, but I don't want to like mess with my camera right now. So I'm just like, whatever. I do have a dancing hat as well. So maybe we will, I don't know. Is it too early? Is it too early to bust out the dancing hat? I have a dancing Santa hat. You know what? Let's make that a poll in the chat right now. Is it too early for the dancing hat? I don't think they have polls over on Rumble yet. So this is going to be on Twitter. Let's see. It says engage the audience, start a poll. Yes, no. There we go. Starting the poll right now. Let me know, you guys, if it's too early for the dancing hat. If it's if it's too early, we won't bust it out today. Maybe next week. But yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of news to cover today. There's so much good news happening that I love. Like, I love weeks like this where I have to like sort through the stuff and I'm like, which one do I do in the allotted time? Because there's so much good stuff happening. There's a lot of also news coming down, trickling down from Thanksgiving time. So there's the Thanksgiving-y kind of news is still that are coming out, which is still counts as the holiday season, and part of the reason that I celebrate American Thanksgiving, because it just flows all together, starting the festive season. And right now, the poll is showing at with about 16 votes, we've got 25% saying yes, it's too early for the dancing hat, 75% saying no. We'll let that go for a bit, just so that when people trickle in, they can also vote and be part of it. And then maybe we'll bust out the hat after reading a couple of these news articles, news items. We do have some articles that are what's the word, archaeology news, and we haven't done archaeology news for a minute. So I have some really cool stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard, but I've started a new channel for Infinite Hope. And it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good so far. I'm liking where it's going. The link of it is in the pinned comment on YouTube, and Darren, the amazing mod, has been dropping it as well. It's also in the description, but here it is. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Infinite Hope Good News Infinite Hope, I should say, please go and do so, because I'm dropping the daily doses over there now. And probably going to transport the other stuff there at some point. But right now, I've got good content going on over there. So we've got a lot of good shorts and stuff. The latest shorts did like really good. So, it's picking up. So go and subscribe over there, because at some point when this channel is a little bit more established, this show is going to go over there at some point. Not right now, because we want more eyes on the show, and you guys know where it's at. So it's here. But when it does, when it gets established, maybe like around 500 subs or so, I'm gonna take this live show over there so that I can keep this main channel for the pop culture stuff, commentary, things like that. So if you're interested in this, go and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you. Of course, I also have my gaming channel and everything like that. There's Darren dropping the links. Thank you so much for that. Click it, click it, click it, click it, click, click. Clickety, clicky. Thank you again. You guys are awesome. I just want to remind you that that is what's happening. All the good daily doses and stuff are going to go over there from now on. But like I said, we have a ton of stuff to talk about. So let's get into it without further ado. I am kind of late. But you know what? Before we do that, Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership to the chat. So thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. Look, I also have my Santa cup. He's jolly. He's jolly. Isn't he cute? Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. Oh, I love that Rumble is popping. And Rumble is like so colorful over there because everybody has different colorful names. So it's like the Rumble chat looks like a Christmas tree because it's like there's all sorts of different names with different colors and they're all like ornaments. So it's really cute. I like the Rumble chat. What's up, Ian? Hi. Ian is back from his trip. Ian was Ian was on an adventure in Arabia. He was like cosplaying Lawrence of Arabia. Not really, but kind of. But he went to like the place where Lawrence of Arabia is based on. And he was like in the deserts. And it was really cool. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should, because he goes to cool places and then like posts it on Instagram. Oh, look, there's somebody over here on Twitter. Let's see. So what is this animated hat you speak of? And should you give us a preview of it? Well, the preview would give it away. It's a dancing hat. So it just, there's no preview. There's not really like a preview. But you know what? The poll seems to be going in the right direction because people are saying, no, it's not. It's not too early. So then I think we might be doing the dancing hat. Why don't we start the dancing hat? We'll do the dancing hat after I cover the archaeology news when we get into like the holiday news. Okay, sound good? Let's do that. I know Russell Hall wanted me to play it, wanted me to do it the other night on Wednesday. And then I totally forgot. I was like, yeah, we'll do it. And then I totally forgot. So we're going to do it today. But let's start with the archaeology news. This is cool. We got something straight from, what is this? No, it's messing up my order. Okay, here we go. We have this bit of news here. A 12-year-old discovers ancient Egyptian amulet in Israel. This is really cool. This is the amulet on a routine outing near Nahal Kana antique site in Hod Hashron. 12-year-old Daphna Flisteiner, I hope I said that right, stumbled upon an extraordinary piece of history, a 3,500-year-old Egyptian scarab amulet. What began as a casual search for porcupine spines, that's what a weird thing to go like search for, and then you find this instead. An interesting stone turned into a discovery that has captivated historians and archaeologists alike. That's this thing right here. I was looking in the ground for porcupine spines and pebbles, Daphna shared. I picked up an interesting stone and showed it to my mom. At first, she thought it was just a bead, but I saw something special and insisted we look it up online. After identifying similar artifacts on the internet, Daphna and her family contacted Israel's Antique Authority. I love that name. You guys know how much I love that name. We're the Antique Authority. I like the Antique Authority. Their efforts were met with enthusiasm. More Weisel, An archaeologist with the Antiques Authority praised Daphna's initiative and presented her with a certificate of excellence for good citizenship. The scarab amulet has since been transferred to the J and Jean, whatever this word is, Schottenstein National Archaeology Library, where it will be studied by experts. Dr. Yaz, an expert on the Bronze Age, confirmed that the amulet dates back to the New Kingdom of period in ancient Egypt. The scarab is adorned with intricate symbols, including scorpions representing the goddess Serket, a protector of maternity, and the Nefer symbol, meaning good or chosen. These symbols, along with motif, resemble the ruler's staff, hint at its significant Egyptian culture. So that's really cool. This is the girl. Now, the video on
ממצא מרגש שהתגלה כאן.
only in Hebrew. So I wish they had English subtitles so that we can kind of like see what's going on. But
הראשונה באתר, חרפושית מצרית בתקופת הברונזה המאוחרת.
this is the little girl here. Where is she? There she is. She discovered the little thing. Looks like a pebble. Looks like a little bead. And it turns out that it's not. It turns out it's a really old artifact, which is really cool. And there's the surrounding areas. She's talking to some dude, probably from the Antiquing Authority. That dude needs a cape. I mean, I feel like if you're part of an antiquing authority, you need a cape or something that shows that you have that authority. I don't know. It just feels like it. But yeah, isn't that cool? There it is again. There it is again. Very cool stuff. I love it. I love it. I love archaeology. It's fun. And then we had another one. Oh, I don't like scorpions. Neither do I. Dude, I've seen them now in real life. Well, I've seen them a few times in real life because one time my aunt got bitten by one, and God rest her soul. She didn't die because it was scorpion poison. But she got bit in the butt by scorpion poison. She sat on one and it stung her. And my uncle had to my uncle had to take out the poison. It was not a pretty sight. I tell you, because you have to do stuff really fast. It's to get to yeah, it was awkward. But yeah, I also saw one in my house in Mexico because they exist here. I didn't know that they were so prominent around here, but they are. And so one day I was just like hanging out on my in my living room, and then all of a sudden, like, my cat was like sitting on the couch with me, and all of a sudden she like just starts looking in a direction, and she's like, "What's that?" Like, you know how like cats get that look in their eyes when they're like, what is that? And so I'm like, what is it? And I like look over to where she's looking, and there's a scorpion just like walking around. And I was like, oh my God. I like freaked out. And then my husband smashed it and killed it, but I was like screaming. It was terrifying. I was like, oh my God, there's a scorpion. But yeah, it was kind of creepy. I'm so glad that my cat didn't go chasing it or something. I was like holding the cat back, like, don't go after the scorpion. No. It was kind of crazy. Yes, my cat is really cute with that kind of stuff. She's very posh, Yarn Witch. So she'll like, especially like with cockroaches, because those cockroaches here too. I hate that's a thing. But she'll like look like if there's one in the house, like if one makes it into the house, she'll just kind of look at it and be like, I don't know what you are, but you're kind of gross. So I'm not touching you. Like she'll do the Glinda, like, I'm not touching this disgusting thing, whatever that is. That's Yuki. But she will go after geckos and like little lizards and stuff like that. But she won't touch dirty, disgusting cockroaches. She'll be like, it's over here. Like, if you want to grab it, it's there. And I'm like, okay, thanks. 201 Studios, what's up, man? Happy Friday. The Persian Power Girl. Thank you. I'm not dressed in Persian Power Girl today. I'm dressed in Think Happy. Because you gotta think happy, especially during the holiday season. I love this season. I love this time. It's like everything's cozy. I can't believe it's actually cooled down in Cancun, so I have to actually wear a sweater at night. It's really nice. I'm like, oh, I have a cozy sweater on. It's nice. I can have tea and not feel like I'm dying on the inside. By dying, I mean like really getting cooked because it's freaking hot. Okay. This is the second bit of archaeology news, which is really cool also. Here it is. Oldest known alphabet unearthed in ancient Syria, predating all others by 500 years. This is it. It's right here. I don't know if you guys can see the scribble thingies. Here's this is kind of like the language. I hope I'm sharing that right. Yeah, so there it is. In Western Syria, archaeologists believe they have unearthed evidence of the earliest use of an alphabet in the world. The site called Tel El Mara was an important urban center in Syria and one of the first to ever pop up in the region. It's been under excavation for 16 years. In one of the best preserved tombs, remarkably unlooted, dated from the early Bronze Age, 16 skeletons were found alongside grave goods and 4 small perforated clay cylinders. Stamped by the cylinders seemed to be some form of Semitic alphabet, but carbon dating revealed the clay to be around 500 years older than the previous oldest recorded alphabetic script. Alphabets revolutionized writing by making it accessible to people beyond royalty and socially elite. And the socially elite, alphabetic writing changed the way people lived and how they thought, how they communicated, said Glenn Schwartz, a professor of archaeology at Johns Hopkins University, who discovered the clay cylinders. And the new discovery shows that people were experimenting with new communication technologies much earlier and in a different location than we had imagined before now. Previously, scholars thought the alphabet was invented in or around Egypt sometime after 1900 BCE, Schwartz said, but our artifacts are older and from a different area on the map, suggesting the alphabet may have been entirely different origin story than we thought. How fascinating. I love this kind of stuff. I love Ancient Civilizations over on Netflix, Graham Hancock, because it talks about how the different civilizations have certain things in common and how archaeologists are always kind of discovering like new dates for like new things, and they think something is old and then something else pops up. They're like, oh my God, this is even older. So this kind of stuff is fascinating to me. There we go. That's the archaeology news. And for those of you who are new and you're wondering, well, what do you mean? Like, why is this part of Infinite Hope? It's because my idea is that humanity will go on no matter what it goes through. The hope is that our civilizations will go on in one form or another. And at some point, it all comes back around. It's like a circle. It's like a cycle. And I think it's fascinating. What does it say is a great question. They don't know. They don't know what it says because it's only a piece of something and they have not been able to discover what exactly it reads. So that is the thing. They don't know. They don't know. Without a means to translate the writing, we can only speculate, the guy said at the end of the article. So they don't know yet. They don't know what it says. Yes, it's the circle of life. That's exactly what it is. I love it. I love it. I love this kind of stuff. So there we go. that was the archaeology news, which means time for voting is over. And the poll has ended with 74%. People are saying it's not too early for the dancing hat. So guess what? We're bringing out the dancing hat. It's time to boogie down. I'm going to have to stand back a little bit so that we can dance. I hope you guys can hear it, though. I hope I don't get a concussion this time. Okay, here we go. Are we ready, people? Can you guys see it? Okay, hopefully it'll be good. Okay, ready? Here we go. Maybe I should bring this down a little. Or up. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Come on. Give the people what they want. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Shout. 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 Merry Christmas. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's Christmas, people. It's Christmas. Get into the spirit. It's happening. It is the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly, people. I love it. 201 Studios. I'm gonna what? I'm gonna that on a loop for 2 minutes max. Wow. He couldn't even write it properly. Thanks for the 2. Nina, I think you got a rattlesnake in your hat. Oh my god. You guys like that hat? Yarn, which the first time I did it, when it went like I had it like really low and I wasn't prepared. So like the hat went like, went from side to side and it hit me like right here. And I was like, ow, I think I have a concussion. Oh my God. Ooh, we gotta dig out our dancing Christmas tree. I don't have that. You know what I do want though is I want those dancing Santas, the ones that are like I love those. What's up, Apex Comics? Says happy Friday, Nina. 60s go-go dancer turned vampire hero with gold armored bulletproof tatas. Wow. What? Fembaat? Fembat on funbycomic.culturecasino 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I think this was some sort of promo. So cool. Thanks for the $5 to promo that, I think. And happy Friday to you, Apex. Thank you very much for the super chat. We got Nick in the house. He says for $1.99. Okay, now you got me excited. Thank you, Nick, for that super chat that I can't highlight. 201 Studios for $2 says, I'm going to need that on a loop for 2 minutes max. Oh, okay. That's what you said that already. Now I get it, though. Now it's spelled correctly. Oh, my God. Just rewind it. Just rewind it and just put it on repeat. Thank you for the super chat. What's up, Western Civilization? You just missed the hat's performance. Well, kind of, and mine. But exciting things were happening. Maybe we'll do it again before the show's over. Maybe we'll do it again. And now my hat. And now my hair is all flat. Thanks, hat hair. We're gonna go back to little elf. Little elf. It's got a jingle bell on it. I like the jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey. Okay, we have to actually get to some news instead of me just singing all day. I love Christmas time. You guys know that. This is fun times. Fun times, everybody. Let's start with some holiday themed news. Holiday themed news. We have very cool stuff. Officers' act of kindness brings holiday hope to a family in need. The Berkeley Police Department is shining a light on Officer Samantha McGuire, whose recent efforts have made a profound difference for a local family facing hardship. Beautiful people. Good humans. Yay. While responding to a medical emergency, Officer McGuire discovered that the family endured more than one crisis. Both heads of the household were battling serious illnesses. Moved by the situation, Officer McGuire took it upon herself to share their situation with her colleagues at the police department. Through personal donations and the support of the Berkeley Patrolman Association, they were able to put together a holiday package to help the family through Thanksgiving season. It's acts like these that truly exemplify the dedication and compassion of the officers working in our police department, Chief Christopher Baker said in a statement. I'm proud to have Officer McGuire as a member of our team, and I'm grateful for her willingness to go above and beyond in serving our community, aka she's a good human. Chief Baker encouraged all Berkeley residents to embrace the spirit of giving during the holiday season by practicing random acts of kindness, which I love. I think everybody should do that. As we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, I would like to encourage all residents of Berkeley to take a moment each day to help one another with a random act of kindness. Together, we can make a positive impact on those around us and create a stronger, more caring community. Yay! I love these kind of messages and stories. That's what we need more of in this life. More good people doing random acts of kindness and just being awesome, good humans. We need it. We need more of it. Yes, we do. Darren M, thank you for being the best mod ever and member for 39 months. He says, 39 months. Doesn't seem like it. Cheers. Oh my God. Cheers, man. Thank you for all the support you've given me for so long. All the modding, all the just being cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Russell Hall is here. He just missed the Hats performance. Let me see if I can read this. I gotta pre-read Russell's super chats. Yeah, see, I can't highlight that, Russell. My goodness. Russell's being very spicy in his super chat. So thank you. But he says, I'm going to have to like PG-ify this. Russell Hall for $5 says, speaking of women's upper chestal area, boobies, they desperately need to make dancing XXX mess hats for that area. Imagine the holiday cheer they bring to the local places where ladies do that kind of thing. Thank you very much for that super chat also on this family-oriented show. Very much appreciate it. 200-watt studios. Thank you for the $2. He says, I need that singing on a loop also. What? What are we singing on a loop now? Which one? What happened? I don't know. I don't know. David Morris is here. Thank you for the 5. Says, have you reached season 3 of Father Ted yet? It's the best season. No, I have not. I'm sorry. I got busy with Christmassy things. But I will. It's going to happen. I started watching The Sopranos. I got a little distracted. I'm sorry. Oh, my singing. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Maybe we'll start doing like singing streams here or something at some point. But David, it's gonna happen. Don't worry. And I will let you know the moment it does happen. I'll be like, David, I got there. It's God. It's God. Or it's bad. You might hear, David, it's bad. Oh, Russell. Oh, Russell. Lord, give me patience for Russell Hall. Russell Hall for 2 says tatas are already a colloquialism, Nina. That this is true. That's why I highlighted it. Philip says, put the hoe in the ho, ho, ho. Wow. You guys are really spicy today. You know what I want? My friend has a mug. And I was like, I was kind of like a little bit jealous of the mug. Because the mug said Santa's favorite hoe on it. And I was like, I want that. I want that mug. But I have to like make it for myself or something. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next story. And this story is very sweet, kind of sad. So maybe shields up a little bit. Yellow alert. We're going to yellow alert, people. Yellow alert. But it's also really sweet. It's sweet. It's sweet that sometimes things work out. Sometimes like God helps you in ways you don't even know. And then you're like, oh, wow. Russell said for $2, Russell says sanitizing colloquialisms is putting a hat on a hat. Okay, fair enough. 2-in-1 Studios. Oh my God. For $2, Tata's breast Santa's workshop. Are you guys just trying? Thank you. Thank you very much. Brian, you're the least creepy one around here, God. I don't want to sound creepy, but you're beautiful. Dude, have you been reading the super chats that have been coming? Don't worry, bro. You're good. you're good. I will give both Russell and 200-Watt Studios the same video, though.
Stop it. Get some help.
There we go. I feel like we needed that at this point. Okay. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm speechless. Wife spots missing husband with dementia on a news segment. This is really very sad, but also I'm very happy that they were able to be reunited. We're going to watch the story. Here we go.
Well, it is a Thanksgiving miracle. A 91-year-old man was reunited with his wife after going missing for nearly 3 days. We're happy to report KSL actually played a part in their happy ending. News specialist Garna Mejia joining us live from the newsroom with the details. And Garna, these are the stories that we just love reporting on, right?
They sure are, Ashley. And what are the odds? Michael Black was found here in Salt Lake City, more than 200 miles from his home in Wyoming. His wife had no idea where he was until she turned on the news and spotted him in one of our segments.
Michael and Avril Black have built a lifetime of memories.
They live in Afton, Wyoming.
They're so
But
cute.
8 years ago, Michael was diagnosed with dementia, and on Monday, he wandered away.
At that point, I did enter him into NCIC as a missing person.
Afton Police Chief Jason Romberg says it wasn't long before the tips started coming in. Police traced 91-year-old Michael hitchhiking from Afton to Ovid, Idaho, down to Utah and Garden City, and finally to Salt Lake City.
Wow, that's
But
a
then
long
the
way.
trail went cold.
I didn't know where he was.
Meanwhile, the rescue mission of Salt Lake got a call.
I got a call from an LDS elder saying they picked up somebody at the bus station and wanted to bring
Aw.
him by. I said, okay. It was about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Normally we're closed at that time. But I said, bring him by. Turned out he was 91 years old, a Korean war vet. He was just a really sweet guy, you know.
The next day, Jay Rouse got to talking with the stranger.
I realized that the sweet old man was in need of some help.
Back in Afton, Avril was still
Yeah,
praying for
they need
help. Then she turned on the news Wednesday night,
Today, the rescue mission of Salt Lake planned on.
I put the 10 o'clock news on,
just in time for the segment on Thanksgiving at the rescue mission.
and I thought, well, wait a minute. I'm sure I saw Michael. So I paused the TV, set it back, and yeah, sure enough, there he was.
Right
Aw.
there in the background was Michael.
I mean, it was so unreal. Oh, I was so relieved. I actually
Yum. I
slept
want some of
that
that.
night.
Still in disbelief, Avril took this picture. By Thanksgiving morning, everyone connected the dots. Following another lead, Jay called Afton police, and they confirmed the 91-year-old man was indeed Michael. Avril drove to Salt Lake to pick up her sweetheart.
I'm
Aw.
speechless. It just blows me away that happened. Boy, does he have some guardian angel looking after him. And you guys, thank goodness that you guys were there.
Well, and Avril was just so grateful for all of those everyday angels, from the police to the missionary to the volunteers at
Lot
the
of good
rescue
humans.
home who looked out for Michael and made sure that he was okay. I'm Garna Mejia, KSL 5 News.
So cute. What a cute story. I love that. There's so many good humans involved with that story that, made this happen. And I'm like, I mean, they were just covering another story, and it just happened to be that this guy was in the shot. And it's really cool. It's really cool that this man was found and he was helped by all these people. It's really cool of that guy to be like, hey, we're closed, but you know what? No, bring that guy by. It's okay. He took the time out to help this dude. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Jesus, Shane. Oh my God. I'm sorry. We haven't even started yet, Yarn Witch. We haven't even started. Russell Hall, thank you for the $5, says, what do you get when you cross a festive Christmas bow with a golf tee? Tie tees. Thank you. 200-watt studios for $2 says Santa calls them Mrs. Claus's red-nosed tatas. Oh boy. Thank you. I think I don't know what to say. This news is really cool. This piece of news is amazing. I love this. It also shows like how people live in different places and how it's so crazy. Like this whole idea is so crazy to me because I live in such a different place. We experience all these things differently. And this is why this world is so cool. Because everybody experiences life differently. And this is that story. Woman drops Thanksgiving turkeys from her plane to Alaskans living off the road system. So they're off the grid. And so this woman is dropping turkeys from the sky. Here we go.
Well, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. That's a famous line from WKRP Cincinnati Turkey Drop episode. We love it. And as Cassandra Mansell tells us, a woman in Squentna is delivering Thanksgiving turkeys to her neighbors in a uniquely Alaskan way.
So
It's a bird.
cool.
It's a plane. It's both. That's Esther Sanderlin, loading frozen Thanksgiving turkeys onto her plane and dropping them off to her neighbors in Squetna
Turkeys.
and others in the region who live off the road system.
During freeze up, you can't really get around. So you can't travel out there, but you
She's
can
pretty.
fly.
This is Esther's third year doing her turkey bombs, making sure those living off the grid aren't left out for Thanksgiving.
One weekend, and I was visiting our newest neighbor, and they were talking about slitting a squirrel through ways for dinner and how that didn't really go very far. And I just had a thought at that moment, you know what? I'm gonna drop them a turkey for Thanksgiving, because I recently rebuilt my first airplane with my dad.
That's so
and
cool.
so I could do that really easily.
She got the idea after growing up in Squetna.
We had a neighbor that would airdrop turkeys to my family and to other families in the neighborhood.
Esther hopes to turn this mission into a nonprofit.
And my vision with this is to reach farther parts of Alaska, because there are so many families that live rural, that live off the grid.
This year, she is dropping about 30 to 40 turkeys
up there.
And for those wondering if this bruises the bird,
And they're all frozen, so some people are like, does this hurt the turkey? Is it like,
does it hurt the
tenderized? Or, they're all frozen. They literally just bounce off the ground. Or if it's on the ice, they bounce off the ice, or if
could
we're
kill
low,
someone.
they'll just roll like a bowling ball.
it's all in an effort to ensure that no one is forgotten, even when living off the grid. Cassandra Mansell, Alaska's news source.
Now, if you can help, or if you live off
That's
the grid
cool.
and need a turkey, we do have a link on our website with more information.
Aw, I wonder if she does it for like Christmas as well. She should do it for Christmas too. Maybe it's too snowy then. But it's cool. It's a cool idea. I didn't know that people did that. Like the flying turkeys. They go to the turkey, they fly it over people and they drop the turkeys down. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love this world and how different we all are and how different we live. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. You know who else is wonderful? Russell Hall for keeping me on my toes. For $2, Russell says, look, at least we're keeping it above the waist. You know what? That's true, Russell. Thank you for at least being somewhat PG-ish, I guess. I always talk about cup half full. So see, even you are being affected by that. And you're looking at the cup half full, the top half. So thank you. PG-13. Oh boy. Thank you. Ham bombs for Christmas. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. They should do that. They should do that. The Tata. Spike, stop it. Don't encourage him.
Stop it. Get some help.
Feel like I have kids in the chat. This one got me. This one's got me. Like some guy, I could just imagine it. Like some guy comes out, like, what happened to my car? Oh, look, a turkey. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's funny. Okay, this next story, I want you guys to prepare yourselves because it's really sweet. I mean, some of you with souls and with hearts will probably like maybe have some tears. The rest of you like Russell Hall. I'm just joking. I know there's gonna be a lot of jokes. I know the jokes. Like I went through the show. There's gonna be jokes, but try your best to like just just be nice. Okay, just be nice. Russell Hall for $2 says, you're welcome, though I do prefer the bottom half. Okay, so Russell's a bottom. We figured that out. Thank you, Russell. Here we go. Here's the next story that I'm talking about. Be nice, people. Couple turns Chick-fil-A points into heartwarming lunch for special needs community. And this is very sweet. So here we go.
Well, Thanksgiving is a time for gratitude and giving back, and a South Carolina couple found a unique way to do both through their Chick-fil-A rewards points. Maya Payton shows us how their love for their favorite restaurant is also now helping to feed the community.
Who else needs some more tea? What would you like?
I'm usually at Chick-fil-A at least once a day, twice a day.
You go, sir?
Over the span of 8 years, Jay and Judy Brissy racked up 202,000 reward points at Chick-fil-A in Greenwood.
Chick-fil-A has kind of become our second home, I guess, because we eat Chick-fil-A about every day.
We have been in the drive-thru lines a lot at the same time and not know that we're both in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
This Thanksgiving, the
Wow, they
couple used
really
half
like
of their
Chick-fil-A.
points to bring lunch to the Burton Center. The center provides services for people living with disabilities and special needs.
You get a blessing when you're helping other people who don't have.
But truth be told, a lot of these individuals, we are their family.
Having being a 96 teacher, I've had some of these as my students, and I've reconnected with some of them, and I've gotten a little emotional because it brought back a lot of pleasant memories.
And some of them may not get to go to Chick-fil-A at all. They just may see it on a commercial or something like that.
There you go, sir. And with the remaining 101,000 points, the couple will be taking food to the Connie Maxwell Children's Home next week.
I don't do it for the recognition. Anybody that I want to get recognition is God.
Amen.
I want him to get the glory for this, not me.
After feeding so many, the couple ended their day back at their favorite place, racking up more giving points for the future.
Oh
My goodness.
I love that.
I love that. And you
I love
can
that
really
story.
see
That
how
was cute.
appreciative those people were
The smile.
and how genuine that couple is. It just really
Yeah.
shines through the screen.
They were so
That's
excited. And
fun.
I'm just going to put this out there. If y'all see this, it's about time for y'all to own a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I know,
I'm
right?
sure that won't be too.
She's right. They should go buy one. Like they should just go franchise one themselves. That's a lot of Chick-fil-A. Look, I'm not a fan of fast food personally. I'm not the biggest fan of fast food, especially every day. Like my goodness. I would assume that woman, she would be like a lot heavier. I don't know what she's done. She's probably like got a really good exercise routine or something, but every day that's a lot. So I'm glad that they're okay, but they're also feeding people. So that's nice. It's nice of them. That's good that they're doing that. Our next story is going to be very Christmas themed. Our next story is going to be very Christmas themed, and I love that as well. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says, I'm grateful for the bounty that is woman. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm sure the women are thankful too. Thanks, 200 Watt Studios. We always appreciation. This next one is very Christmassy. Here we go. I love this story. It says 82nd annual Santa train stops for hurricane survivors before giving 15 tons of gifts on Appalachian Whistle Top Tour. Awesome stuff. I love trains. I love Christmas. I love Santa. I mean, this story's got everything. So here we go. We're going to watch this story.
There's some history on this journey through crisp mountain air, into tunnels, out of tunnels,
Santa's train,
and stopping in communities where crowds of people patiently wait. Someone out here's happy to tell you some of that history from a little while back.
I've been coming forever to see the people in the train.
Meet Ann Counts.
I came the first time in 1947, and I can tell you what I got that year too. A book, a tablet that had 48 states in it. It would start with Alabama and it went all through. That's how I learned all the states and capitals.
You need a toddler?
Yes. This is a yearly event by CSX.
Let's go.
Santa train.
Santa look about the same as you remember him?
I can't remember.
Ann's first Santa train was a stop in Fremont, Virginia.
We was just happy to get some hard candy.
Ann's Santa train
I
has
hate the
long
hard
traveled
candy.
through communities with names like Hayside, Date, Fort Blackmore. It travels 110 miles through areas of Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee.
Can I see your bear?
What's handed out is 15 tons of items, things like winter clothes and backpacks.
That's
Got this for my little
awesome.
granddaughter
Good for them.
Ada and my little grandson Bennett. He is 3 and she's a baby.
And there are also the little gifts the kids treasure.
Do you have a name for your horsey?
You named the horsey Kitty. Okay.
I think that's a beautiful name for a horse. What did y'all get?
Kitty.
Something interesting
I
is
love
that,
that.
even when we weren't at one of the stops, we'd see people out, just waiting to watch the
named her
Santa
horsey
train go
Kitty.
by.
Hi, Santa.
CSX CEO Joe Henrik says Santa train has grown into that much of a yearly tradition for people here.
This is the 82nd running of the CSX Santa train. It started out as a Santa Claus special on the Clintfield in 1943. It's just an environment where we can bring some holiday spirit and holiday cheer to so many people throughout Appalachia.
There's an added importance to the journey this year. Many of the people on the stops and in the surrounding communities have experienced effects of Hurricane Helene,
That sucks.
damage, flooding, power outages.
That joy of seeing
Very
Santa
sad.
Claus and hey, Santa, Santa, Santa. Every child deserves that, especially when their family's been through the hardship of something like Hurricane Helene.
Did y'all come out to see somebody today? Who?
High five.
Aww.
Yeah.
As for Anne,
Kids love that part down there.
she's sharing a day she loved as a child.
Thank you. Hi, I'm her granddaughter Beth, and this is her great-granddaughter Emma and her other great-granddaughter Georgia.
And of course, Anne has every intention of bringing her great-granddaughters back for the next Santa train.
What all did you get?
This is a
Toys.
tradition she's cherished
She's so cute.
since her first hard candy Christmas.
She'll be 90 in April.
Oh, it's just great. It's fun.
Say hi. Aw, I love the smiling faces.
We got a big crowd today. More than I'm usually seeing. Just everybody comes to see the Santa train.
I love
I'm
this
Boris Sanders,
Santa train.
News Channel 5.
So if you guys are in the area, you should go. You should go to the Santa train and see it for yourself. I would if I was there. We used to have one in Vancouver, but it was like it's something like a cool train like that. But we had one in Stanley Park. I think they still have it. Darren, do they still have the train that goes through Stanley Park and they like dress it up? It's not really a Santa one though. It's more like it's like a Festival of Lights one, and they just do like they dress up like the entire park in Christmas lights, and then the train goes through the park. It's really cool, actually. It's a really cool thing. But they don't like give presents out or anything like that. It's not like this. It's like a different type of thing. Darren, do they still do that? Stanley Park, yes, but is broken more than it runs. Oh no, that sucks. It used to be so fun. Sigh. Ian, so forth. That is so mean. Ian, I don't have to usually do this for you of all people.
Stop it. Get some help.
Ian, my goodness. Bad Ian. Freaking Russell Hall and 200 Watt Studios having bad influence on Ian. All right, next story. Now, this is not very Christmassy, but it does include snow. And it's Canadian. It's a very Canadian story. Darren's going to know exactly where this area is because this is like in British Columbia. This is wild. I cannot be influenced. I am only Ian. Ian, how dare you? Okay. This next story. I love it. But I also am terrified of something like this ever happening to me. Russell Hall for $2. Don't let me in with this degeneracy. How dare Russell's like,
how dare you?
Oh my God. Okay. Get ready for this story because this is some wild stuff right here. Here we go. British Columbia, people. British Columbia. 20-year-old hiker survives to see family again after an incredible 50 days. Okay, first of all, this is Bigfoot country, you guys. Where he got lost is Bigfoot territory. So, I mean, he's very lucky that Bigfoot didn't get him. It is incredible that he survived for 50 days lost in the woods. This is insane. It's actually a crazy story. So from the mountains of British Columbia comes the story of a hiker who's been found alive after being lost in the woods for 5 weeks in a remote provincial park with nighttime temperatures plunging to -4, which is about -20 Celsius. Sam Benestick struck out on October 7th for a 10-day camping and fishing trip. That's him when he set off. Relatives said that he was well prepared and packed a wool hat and gloves, a hatchet, and plenty of peanut butter. But when he failed to return to his family's home on the 17th, fear circulated among the small communities in Northwest BC. CBC's news confirms from Sam's mother, Sandra Crocker, that he had been found on a remote access road and taken to the hospital for frostbite, exhaustion, and smoke inhalation. In an update published on November 29th, CBC confirmed he had been discharged from the hospital. The story was followed by veteran reporter Andrew Kurjata and is flush with details. Borrowing his mother's Honda dirt bike, Benestick landed at a trailhead and planned to hike about 80 kilometers to catch Arctic gray lining. I don't know what that means. Or white Arctic grayling? I don't know what that means. Is that like a trail? Crocker told the CBC that Benestick was feeling a bit listless after returning from an extended trip to Europe and felt he needed an adventure. Man, he got the adventure of a lifetime, I tell you that. That adventure, coupled with 10 days of a planned exertion, lasted 50 days. But in a picture shared with CBC, Crocker showed her son giving it the thumbs up from his hospital bed with the caption, "He complained he didn't even catch one fish." That's embarrassing. I'm just joking. Redfern Cayley Provincial Park is a remote area 660 miles north of Vancouver and boasts exquisite Rocky Mountain scenery, but threatens visitors with predictable weather, wolves, bears. No, they forgot to list Bigfoot here, but it's also Bigfoot territory. Water and no telecommunications coverage. According to BC Search and Rescue Association, more than 120 volunteers involved in efforts to find Benestick with motor vehicles and aircraft across the vast park, in a part informed by Timber Bigfoot. Wow, this guy's name is Timber Bigfoot. See what I'm talking about? Bigfoot is big deal over there, you guys. Land and environment manager and member of the Provincial Rivers First Nation, whose territory extends to the park. It's amazing environment and climate to try to survive. Bigfoot told. This is so funny that his name is Bigfoot. I'm dying. I'm dying at the fact that this guy's name is Bigfoot. Told Kurjata or adding he'd love the opportunity to debrief the lost hiker. I think it's a miracle, and I congratulated if I'm being such a tough person. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police were also involved in the search effort, but hadn't shared many details about the case as there was no criminal element. In a release last Wednesday, RCMP said Benestick stayed in his car for a couple of days, then walked to a creek mountainside where he camped for 10 to 15 days before he moved down the valley and built a camp and shelter in a dried out creek bed. The only person who has since spoken with Sam or Sandra had been Mike Reed, the general manager of the Buffalo Inn in Pink Mountain, where Sam's relatives stayed while looking for him. According to Reed, Benestick's plans went awry when he had to retreat from either one or multiple wolves. After escaping their unfriendly jaws, he may have made camp to avoid the worst of several inches of snow that blanketed the park in October. He's lucky it wasn't February, or he would be gone. He would be a goner. He was eventually found on an access road by surveyors who had been on the series of remote tracks for a week, marking trees around potential well sites. When they saw someone walking down towards them, according to Reed, they were surprised because although they had seen a lot of ATVs and snowmobiles, it was not the place for hikers. Eileen Stevens, Sam's grandmother on his father's side, joked that he would be buying the boy a GPS for Christmas. Sam is a guy who knows the woods. He's been raised. He's a hiker. He's a passionate fisherman, she told CBC. I don't know his story, but I'm sure it's going to be friggin' amazing. His uncle Al Benesack agreed, whilst adding that he couldn't imagine an ordeal turning off Sam from his love of the great outdoors. And there he is again. I would have played you this video, but it was I watched it when I was vetting the story, and it was one of the most boring videos I think I've ever watched.
Well, to other news now, and a 20-year-old man.
It was, I mean, my God, like it's just like they're talking the whole time, and like they barely show any imagery, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, there's the guy, the poor guy, and they speak in such a monotone tone that I was like, oh, I can't send. There's no way we're gonna watch this for 5 minutes. So there he is taking off, and then this is the area. Just so for the people who are not Canadian and don't understand the area, that's where the park is. This is Fort St. John. Vancouver's around here. Oh no, there is. Vancouver's around here. So there you go. So you kind of get an idea of where he was lost. And then here's the snow. This is kind of like what the area looks like. This is where he was lost. Imagine being lost here. Darren agrees. CBC is not exciting. No, it's not. It's not at all. They're very monotone. This is the area where he was lost. Look, it's a bunny. A snow bunny. Imagine being lost here. This dude was like, oh my God, I can't believe he made it. He would have been dead if it was like, and then there they are talking again for a while. Talking, more talking. Anyways, now you guys get the story. I just showed you like where he was lost. Crazy stuff. I can't believe he survived. I can't believe it. And oh my goodness, I see a pink boy from Ian So Forth for 50 pounds just to say, well, now I am offended. Why are you offended? What did I do? Oh no. It's because I said that Russell Hall is a bad influence on you. Well, it's true. Okay, well, how can I make it up to you, Ian? Do you want to see the hat dance again? the only thing I got. I got a dancing hat. Do you want to see it? How can I make you happier than you? I mean, I can't help you being offended. I don't really know what to do, to be honest. But thank you for the 50. 200-watt studios for $5 says Santa to Mrs. Claus at night. The Christmas stockings stay on. The hell kind of weird. 200-watt studio, stop talking about the prawn you watch. We don't want to know about it. We don't want to know about your weird prawn habits and sections that you go. Just stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Wait, did Ian say he wants to see the hat? Did he leave? Is he like so offended that he's left? He's gone now. We lost Ian. Oh no, he's like unsubbed. Okay, this next story is actually kind of crazy. It's crazy. It's like really crazy. Also, I'm tired of this because I feel like you're not seeing the effects. And it's like, what am I even doing with this? So we're going to wear a regular Santa hat. Because at least it's like a little bit more festive. Hold on, I'm being called. Hold on. Sorry, I can't talk to you right now. We are live, people. Hold on. What's going on? 200 or yeah, sorry, Russell Hall. I get you guys mixed up now because you guys sound the same. 50 pounds is worth a hat dance, or maybe 2. So why don't you cough it up, Russell? And then he didn't ask for a hat dance. He says, I'm offended. And I asked him if that's what he wants. So if that's what he wants, he can tell me that. I mean, I don't know if he's even in the chat anymore. I think he said I'm offended and then unsubbed and left. I don't know. I can't tell you. 200-watt studios for $2 says, I recommend the film Christmas Carols. Really fun. Oh my God. This is supposed to be a family show, people. Oh my God. Grim is joining in now. Grim, you stop it. My goodness. Did Ian leave? Oh my God. Okay. This next, I was going to say this next studio because I'm like 201 studios. This next story is crazy. I mean, I can't help. I have a very pregnant friend right now. So like watching this story, I was like, this is terrifying. But I, I'm hopeful everything's going to turn out well. But then sometimes crazy shit happens during childbirth. Sorry about my language. But sometimes it like really, you're like, oh my God, why is this happening? But then also things turn out well. And then you're like, yay. And this story turns out well. So that's why I'm sharing it, because it's kind of a miracle. It's kind of the miracle of childbirth, people. This is what it's about. Woman declared clinically dead for 45 minutes, wakes up to triplets. This is freaking terrifying. A freaking nightmare. Okay. here we go. This is the
A
story.
woman in Texas recovering after being clinically dead for nearly 45 minutes after giving birth to triplets. Reporter Amanda Henderson has more on this incredible story.
With 4 kids under the age of 5, it's fair to say life is a bit of organized chaos for Marissa and Dylan Christie. Here, together, Marissa says is her favorite place to be.
But I try to remind myself in those hard moments, I'm like, I almost missed all of it. So it kind of puts it in perspective.
After giving birth to the couple's triplet girls in late August, Marissa flatlined at multiple points in a 45-minute time span. Her husband Dylan explaining the moment. Everything took a sharp turn.
It was the toughest moment of my life. Going from, we just had the most beautiful experience and seeing our baby girls for the first time to, oh my gosh, my wife they're doing CPR on her.
Dr. Amber Samuel is Marissa's maternal fetal medicine physician. She says the mom of 4 survived an extremely rare post-birth complication called amniotic fluid embolism.
Some exposure that causes the mom's body to react like a really bad allergic reaction.
In Marissa's case, it
terrifying.
led her husband to make the call for her to get a life-saving hysterectomy. When she woke up, she had no knowledge of giving birth.
My family took lots of photos and videos of me when I was in the hospital, which helped a lot to be able to kind of have reality hit.
A reality that included relearning how to walk and celebrating the girls graduating from the NICU.
They were very sneaky. They didn't tell us that they would have everybody in the hallway.
Here you see both Marissa's ICU nurses and the girls' NICU nurses celebrating how far they've all come amidst the chaos.
I don't think I would be alive if I had not been at that hospital.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Oh
Get
my
more
God,
great ABC7
amazing.
content by
What
clicking
a
the subscribe.
Crazy news. And it's just it's wild. It's wild to me. But she survived and she's okay. So yay, thank you. Yay, Ian's back. And I hope he didn't unsubscribe. Ian for 25 says it was a joke. I cannot actually be offended. I was on a mobile and couldn't type. But absolutely do the hat dance if that is still on the table. Of course it's on the table. You can have the hat dance anytime. You ask for a hat dance, you get a hat dance. Here we go. Aw, Russell Hall's like, make that 2 hat dances. Okay, Russell. Just because you asked nicely, finally. Okay, here we go. Here we go, people. 2 hat dances coming up. Okay, here we go. Wait. Yeah. Can't turn. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay. Hat dances. It's happening. Okay. Feel like I should probably change the camera angle for this so that I can dance around more. I'm bound by this thing to my computer. So I feel kind of like I'm tied down, but okay, here we go. It's happening. It's happening. 200 watt studio. Hat dances on the table. I can't get on the table. There's no table. There's no table. There's a ground. Why did it go so freaking dark all of a sudden? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Shout. Shout. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Shout. Shout. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Woo. That was awesome. Okay, we want it twice. Okay, here we go. One more time. Encore. Encore. Okay, here we go. I want milk and cookies. I want more presents. Shout. 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 Woo! Merry Christmas. Yay! I love this hat. It's so fun. I wish I had like multiple songs. So like whenever you would press it, like it would do another song. But I mean, Elvis is the best, so it's fine. I mean, Elvis is like truly one of the best. So go back to normal hat. And then we got a couple of super chats. Thank you again for this. And then Russell Hall. Thank you. Says for 5. That is not what I meant by 2 hat dances. Don't you have another one of those things? No, that's it. I only have one. I wish I had another one with like another song. That would have been cool. Like Jingle Bell Rock or something. But yeah. Thank you, DL, for $1.99. Says be sure to wear that hat on Toxic Femme. Okay, I'll wear it on Toxic Femme. Toxic Femme, for those of you that don't know, is on Midnight's Edge. It's a show I produce on Monday nights on Midnight's Edge, and it happens at 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we should definitely bring the hat there. Maybe all the girls can like dance too. Shout. Look at everybody was like clapping. Oh, everybody's getting into it. I love it. I love the Christmas spirit, you guys. The Christmas spirit is taking over. I love it. Thank you, DL. I will be sure to do that. Now, we have a couple of more stories to share, but I'm almost thinking maybe I should save these for next week because it's getting kind of late. You know what? I might share this one next week. But this one I'll share right now. Here we go. This one shields up. Well, at least it shields up for me because I was like, oh my God. But in the best way though, and then like a good way. Okay, I'm sharing this. Here we go. The owner of the rescued horse expresses gratitude to all who saved his life. This horsey, this poor horsey. Oh my God. I was like, okay, here we go.
Is saved tonight after being rescued with the help of fire crews and a local business. Quick work and expertise is being hailed as the reason for the outcome. Grand Junction and Lower Valley Fire were called out to North Grand Junction in the area of I Road this morning after a horse had fallen into a culvert. A Fruita vet showed up to sedate the horse, and Grand Junction business legacy sign and neon volunteered a crane to help lift the horse to rescue. Our reporter Robbie Patlet joins us now live in studio with more on the rescue of Hank the horse. Robbie.
Hank
yeah, thank you, Hannah. So fire crews, the local business, and nearby ranchers embodied the giving spirit when they all jumped in to save this horse. Rancher Dave Boudreau had an odd start to his morning after his wife returned shortly after leaving for work.
I could hear the car come up, and she's like, come on. She goes, Hank's in a hole. I'm like, Hank, what? There ain't no hole. Well, there is now.
Hank was stuck in a nearby culvert. Shortly after it was reported, a neighbor called a nearby business who willingly supplied their crane to help get him unstuck.
We got there probably around 8:10. The fire department was already there, and so they had a web strap around the horse, and so we were able to just basically set up our crane, hook up to the horse, and start lifting him out.
Grand Junction and Lower Valley Fire responded together, and despite their available resources, they still appreciated the community support.
Our firefighters have to have a
Good humans.
diverse set of skills, and sometimes we don't have everything. The use of the crane, the expertise from a trained veterinarian, that is all stuff that when it is brought to us, we will utilize it, and we are grateful for the opportunity.
For the owner of Hank, the response was way more than he could have asked for.
I've never had kids of my own, so my horses, my dogs, my cats, they're my kids. It's so heartfelt for me for what everybody's done, to save our horse.
They saved
Those
us.
who assisted with the effort say the turnout is unsurprising.
I think anybody with a heart's officially in the business to help animals anytime they can.
It really is an opportunity to recognize what a special place we live in.
For Boudreaux, it's easy to say what he's grateful for this Thanksgiving.
Thank you to all of our neighbors and our friends, fire department, our vet. Thank you all. for
Good
saving him.
humans.
That means a lot.
There he is. He's
Hank was pulled out of
good.
the culvert sustaining minimal injury. Boudreaux told us that he is already back jumping around the pasture and having an enjoyable time with his siblings.
Yay.
For the 10, I'm Robbie Patla.
Thanks, Robbie. And after being freed, Hank the horse was evaluated and is expected to make a full recovery.
Yay, a full recovery, you guys. Yay.
Splotch has
A full recovery. I love that story. Yay. They all got together to save the horsey. My goodness. From what I understand, I think the horse made it caved underneath his foot. Because when I was listening to the story, the guy was like, "We don't have holes. What are you talking about?" And then because the wife was like, "Hank is in a hole," and I guess he fell through. I guess the ground probably was just not unstable, and because the horse is heavy, so as where he's standing, he fell through and created basically the hole. Yeah, it was kind of like a sinkhole. That's what I'm guessing that's what happened, because he was like, "What hole? Like, what are you talking about?" And the poor horse is in a hole. So I think the ground caved beneath his feet, which is really sad. But I'm also really lucky. I mean, the horse was really lucky. He didn't break a foot and break a leg, and survived. So thank God. Thank God he's okay. He's back to being his horsey self. 200 Watt Studios for $5 says horses really are beyond humanity, amazing creatures. I 100% agree with this. Horses are they're just majestic creatures. They definitely have a soul. You can look into the horse's eyes and you're like, I mean, there's a bond, there's a connection. They're beautiful. They're just beautiful creatures, kind of like elephants in that sense, because they really understand and grasp, and they form bonds and relationships. They're just truly majestic creatures. That's why, whenever I hear stories like this or about horses, I'm like, horsies. I really want a horse at some point in my life. I have to get a horse. If I wasn't married, I'd be like the animal lady. I'd just live somewhere with all the animals. I'd just be like I wouldn't just be the cat lady. I'd literally have just, dogs and cats and horses and just, freaking everything, everywhere. Just all the animals and rabbits and deers. It was just everything. All the animals would live with me. I'd be like the Disney princess, just living somewhere with all the animals. All right, gonna close out the show on a couple short stories. First of all, this is really cute. My friend John sent me this couple weeks ago, and I totally forgot to share this with you guys, but this woman apparently is a huge fan of the sport team, and then they all sang her happy birthday for her 100th birthday, which is really sweet. So that this clip was shared of it. So sweet. Happy birthday. Yay. That was so cute. Russell, don't even do that. Don't even do that, Russell. This is the last thing we're going to talk about today. Here we go. I'm probably going to get claimed for this one, but I don't really care because it's funny. So we're going to go through this. This is funny. Here we go. It says, Wheel of Fortune contestants' hilarious blunder has everyone laughing. Here we go.
I'd like to buy a U. Well, you're going to get 3 U's. I'd like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat yourself a round of sausage. I'm sorry, that's not it. Over to Katina.
I would like to solve.
Okay.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, that's it. Although, Will, I kind of
I mean, that guy must have been hungry.
like yours better. That sounds better than just clapping. Katina.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I'd like to buy you.
Well, you're going to get 3 U's.
I feel like we need to listen to that again.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat yourself a round of sausage.
Oh my God, treat yourself to a round of sausage. So that's what he guessed. And even the host, Ryan Seacrest, couldn't keep a straight face, chuckling at the unexpected guess. After the show, Wheel of Fortune social correspondent Maggie Sajak caught up with Will on Instagram to talk about the moment. This is that moment here. We're gonna.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat yourself a round of sausage. I'm sorry, that's not it.
All right, Will, we had a little missolve in the first game.
Yes, we
that's
did.
okay. Did you walk me through how you're feeling?
Yeah, I tell you, when the lights are on and, the stars and Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, I just went blank. But if your dad in retirement is watching the show, maybe cracks a beer and gets a laugh, it was worth it.
Okay, I will make sure that we tune in that night, okay?
Great, yes.
That's a promise I will make to you.
And I'm sure I'm going to have sausages in my locker and police car when I get back. So we'll try to have some fun with it.
Okay, look, don't worry. You're already getting some benefits from this.
To make it out. Oh, the Jordan family. Yes, of course. Jordan. Okay. I found a cue card baggie. So
Nice.
You were amazing. You got an actual cue card.
You get a really big autograph.
Yes,
Well,
this
John
is
Hancock,
really
Ryan
going to be
Seacrest.
special. There you go. That's all yours.
Don't worry about it, Will.
Okay.
See, if you can put sausages in your locker now.
Aw, that's cute. That's cute. It's good to have a good sense of humor about it, So Will may not have solved the puzzle, but certainly won fans over with his good-natured response and created a moment that will replay and laugh for about years to come. And this is true. He's also a police officer. That's why he says, I'm sure he's going to I'm going to have sausage in my locker at the police car when I get back. So that's funny because he thinks like the guys are going to make fun of him, which they will. I'm sure. Somebody asked, what the hell is a round of sausage? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Shane, what's a round of sausage? I don't know. I didn't know that was even a saying. DL, thanks for the $1.99, says, Nina, are you going to play your cat game today? I don't know if I'm going to get to do it today because after this, I have to record a bunch of videos. I am planning to do it at some point this weekend. So hopefully maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I do really want to finish the game. So, but I have to definitely record some videos, especially for the Good News channel, which don't forget to sub to, you guys. It's at the top of it's at the pinned comments. We're trekking our way towards the 500 subs. So please go and subscribe to the Good News Infinite Hope Show. This show will be going there at some point as we trek along to the next milestone over there. And I'm going to be putting the daily doses on there. So go and subscribe there, please. Thank you, guys. 201 Studios for $2. The sausage in my locker is cold, of course. Oh God. Oh no. I don't know what to say. Oh boy. Okay. I think that's where we're going to end it here. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. We had a lot of stories to cover, dancing hats, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the show. Russell Hall for $2 says, at 200 Watt Studios, don't ask, don't tell. Hey, that's a good policy. That's a good policy. Thank you, everyone, for just being here, hanging out. Thank you for all the super chats. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel. Rumble rants, although we didn't get any. Braz Monkey's missing. I feel like I'm like, where's Braz Monkey? I'm sure he'll watch the replay. Oh no, people are saying spicy things over on X. But yeah, it's it's been a fun show. It's been a fun show. Thank you again, you guys. We have a while for Christmas to come. So we have the 13th and the 20th as well. So 2 more weeks of Christmas themey stuff. You'll probably see the dancing hat again in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. As always, make sure that you practice empathy and kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. Practice empathy. Have a good weekend. And have hope. Have hope, everybody. Hang in there. And if you don't have hope, it's okay. I'll have it for you. Bye.
I know you are mine, come rain or come shine. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today. I don't want to waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good